And we're live! All right, Jean-Marc,
Yeah.
are you going to survive? Are we going to
I
make
am.
it?
I am. I had some sympathy pains for my favorite president.
I like that listen, don't take this the wrong way, but we're doing a bit of monkey see, monkey do here because you have gotten sick in sympathy of Donald Trump, and now you're soldiering on just like Donald Trump is.
Huge.
There we go.
Exactly.
All right. And also, I'd like to point out that the show hasn't been live, and I've already told someone in the audience to shut up.
Yeah, and he just called you out on it about damn time. Sorry, Trev, that's on me, man. I was not really feeling too hot today, but we soldier on. Now it's time for the words.
Well, yeah, no, and that's the thing is, I feel like I should clear up a little bit. Is Jean-Marc sent me a message saying like, "Hey, man, I'm not feeling well. We should cancel the show." And my schedule's not great. I figure I should be considerate of Jean-Marc. And I said, okay, man, say no more. We will cancel the show. I posted on the group. And before I even fucking am done posting, I pick up my phone and he's like, yeah, let's not cancel the show. Fuck.
Yeah,
we're going to cancel the show unless you're sure we're going to cancel the show.
And then you chirp me for sympathy pains for the president.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's neither here nor there, right? Like, what happened, I kind of knew. But, yeah, wasn't feeling the greatest today. I got my solo cup full of something, so we should be okay today.
There we go. But and we got people in the audience saying, about damn time. Listen, man, I was ready to go a half an hour ago.
Bullshit you were, because I've been sitting.
Then I closed everything down, and I was told, we're not going live. So, okay, cool, whatever. And now we're ready once again. So 7:30.
Yeah, I'll take the blame for it. I'll take the heat for it.
Hey, 7:30 is a good start time, rather than 7:12 or 7 whatever. 7:30 is a good start.
7:30 is a good time. That's right.
There we go. So I'm just gonna post on our group that we are live. Yes, actually, we are live, and I spelled actually wrong, but I'm gonna fix that. There we go.
Let's kind of go. Once you're ready to go, let's get trucking here. We'll see if we can get a little bit out of it. Let's talk about the great debate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's going to be. I don't know. Should we talk about Trump first? That might be the big thing.
Let's go into Trump versus Biden. Let's go with a week with my buddy Trump here.
Okay. So this is probably going to be a pretty politic heavy show. So I'm going to apologize if people aren't if there's anyone watching that's not in a politics story. It's going to be maybe a little bit.
Dude, we're knowing it's the left and right assholes. If you don't know what we're getting into, especially with all the content we have, don't worry. Don't apologize. Just get to your points.
I like to make sure that the show is entertaining for everybody watching.
It will be. Don't worry.
Anyway, going to be a very politic heavy show, very Trump heavy show, and we'll see what we got. So we're going to go into the debate: Biden versus Trump. Jean-Marc, what do you got to say?
That mug. Now, is that a Halloween movie or is that a Christmas movie?
It's a little bit of both.
A little both? Do you watch it like right in the middle?
Yeah, it's it's actually, it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both, so you can get away with watching it on Christmas.
Well, you get to start it on October 1st and continue watching it until December 31st. That's the genius of Tim Burton.
It's true. No, that is like I've never seen you have that mug before. So
yeah, well, I actually just recently purchased it on my most recent venture to Sudbury. It's a pretty nice mug, though.
It is, yeah. That's why it was kind of like, okay, there we go, nice mug. Okay, so we're agreeing on something right now. Anyways,
yeah.
Let's change it up. My thing on the debate, that was brutal. If you were sober, I'd run home to watch it. So I was PVRing it, and I'm like, I just PVR'd this, and like they were just both incoherent, babbling idiots that couldn't make a point. Well,
I thought Biden's dementia was held off quite well during that debate, and I thought Trump was just a child.
Well, that's Trump though. Like Trump's already got all those debates under his belt from before, but so does Biden. Like that. Like if you go back and look at some of the vice presidential debates he did, he was good. You can just tell his life is. He's really at the twilight of his life. I think.
Why do you say that? Why do you say he's at the
twilight? He just looks so old and decrepit. Like to me, he's a placeholder till the next one.
Yeah,
I think he's a placeholder, as they do every time. Like they'll go, okay, we'll just do just a placeholder, and then Trump will get reelected.
I don't think he'll get no. I understand what you're saying. There is often when a person is up for re-election, the opposing party will often choose a weaker candidate. However, I don't think that's the case this time. I honestly think that Biden's the best the Democrats have got. But they believe that. And I do think that he's got a good shot. I think he's going to win. I honestly do.
You think Biden's going to win?
I do.
There's not a chance, man. That guy, there's no way. And even if he does, he won't be able to last the 4 years. There's no way. You can't do it.
That's a good point because he'll be, 81 when he's up for re-election?
Yeah, so here's something else, too. So they made fun of Trump. Like, they were really hard on Trump when he got elected about his age. Oh, this president shouldn't be running, all this stuff. Now if Biden gets in, the roles are reversed. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what those little crybabies are going to do down in the States.
81 is incredibly old. Like, I'm sorry, but that is incredibly old.
They should have a max age for presidents. Like, that's what I said before, because then you're going to avoid all this garbage. But no, you got to make sure that he's not Trump. That's going to be his whole campaign. That's the only way he wins. He has to say he's not Trump.
Yeah, well, and then that's it. It is. There's a lot that I gleaned from this debate about Biden's strategy and Trump is aware of what he's trying to do. And I think that Biden is a moderate. He's in the middle. And what he's trying to do is take away the anti-Trump Republicans. He's trying to get them to vote for him while not offending the far left. And you even hear Trump, while they're debating, he just shouts out, "Oh, he just lost the left. He just lost the left." And then Biden's like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't."
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's all it was. They're yelling at each other and they're talking. And then Chris Wallace, or whatever his name was, he was a horrible moderator. I'm like, dude, give me a break. And then it says if Biden dies, I will die shortly after, and then there'll be a first black female president. That would be a garbage way to become the first female black president. It really would. We
had a female prime minister, and it was because Brian Mulroney stepped down.
Yes, Kim Campbell.
Similar idea there.
Did not last long.
Didn't get reelected. That's true.
That's
true. That's fine. I think it is time that we have a female president or prime minister.
Yes. I'm not saying. Hang on. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have one. I'm just saying that that's just not the way I want it. Like, I want her inauguration to be whoever the female would be, the inauguration to be huge and planned out and all that stuff. Like, yeah. I don't want Biden to die and then on the plane or the ride back to the hospital, she's sworn in as president. I don't want that. Like, I want the full inauguration. I want all the bells and whistles for it.
I agree. I think it is kind of unfortunate that Canada's first female prime minister was sort of backdoored in, and I wouldn't want to see that for
exactly, and that's
for the prime minister.
And that's
president.
Doesn't matter what side gets it, left or right, whatever have you. I just think that it'll be celebrated, right? That would turn into International Women's Day, right there, and you'd have it, and they deserve. I don't
know if you could. You can turn it International Women's Day if it's an inauguration day, but
well, you could. It basically would be, right? Like the stuff you would watch, that would just be history making, and I hope we get to see it. But I don't know. But right now, I don't know if America's even ready for another president. I don't even know what America's ready for right now. We say it's going to be great if she's educated and she went through the motions and she's a capable person to be a president. But I don't know what America's going to get out of this, man. Because so if they're doing all this shit to Trump, I've never seen so many death threats on a single human being. Like, I hope he dies. I hope he gets COVID. I'm like,
threats, but yeah.
That is not like the left. I thought the left was loving and caring. That's what they say they are. Now, I was like, wow, you guys are horrible. But then if the left wins this upcoming election, which is another debate, I think, on Tuesday as well, I believe.
There's another debate on Tuesday. I don't expect that to happen.
I do. Are you kidding me? I think that'd be awesome.
You think Trump's going to go to a debate while he has full-fledged COVID?
Oh, yeah, he'll be fine. He just put some bleach in his veins.
So, what did you think about this debate? You actually think that Trump is going to win?
Yes, absolutely.
Why do you say that?
Why? Because Biden didn't do anything. He really, honestly didn't do anything. He basically did a Trump, right? He did like a hot, like, just shut up, man. He called him. Here's some funny things though. Like he called him an old friend. He's like,
Did he
my
say
old
that? I
friend.
don't
Yeah.
remember that.
He
Oh.
said he called him my old friend. What else happened? Called him his old friend. And then called him a clown. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're gonna get down to Trump's level. Trump will win every time.
Yeah, that's true. Don't argue with an idiot because they always bring you down.
Dude, he won because he's an internet troll. He understood how the internet works, and he was just an internet troll. So that's how he ended up winning. He didn't win.
So I disagree. I think that Biden made a lot of interesting points, and I'm not sure they were good or bad. Things like the Green New Deal. Is it the Green New Deal? The Green New Deal, he said he doesn't support. So he's going to offend the left, but he's also going to pull some of the right people in towards him, you know? People that are going, oh, he's not for that, and he's not Trump. Maybe I'll vote for him this time. Get back to a Republican next time, kind of thing.
Well, you got to be careful because I don't trust either of those guys, honestly, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I think that I'm okay with whoever wins. If Trump loses, that means for Canada, it's good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means the States will want to rebuild some of the stuff that Trump has done. So maybe our dollar should go back up a little bit. Hopefully there's not as many tariffs and stuff on our goods. I think it'll be a good time. Because I honestly think they're going to have to apologize. Or if
I think you're going to have to apologize. How do you mean?
Like they have put sanctions and stuff on countries that I don't think they should have. Like Trump, he's like, oh, you don't want to help me? China? Fine, here you go. Here's some Chinese, some goods. Did the same thing to Canada. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
Tried to help out, and nothing happened. So next time it comes up for the next president that wants something and says, no, we're good, man, because Trump got us last time. We don't want another one of those guys kicking around. So we won't be. We're good. We because of all the stuff we've got in other places, and we're doing fine with that. We're not giving you guys a deal. And they're going to put America behind the eight ball.
Yeah. Well, I a lot of people talk to me and they say, why are you so concerned with the politics of America? And I say, it's not the politics of America. It's the politics of the world. Because what happens in America affects us directly as well because we trade with them. And the example that I give is Donald Trump implemented tariffs on steel and aluminum. 20 guys lost their job at my shop within a week.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm with you 100%. Like that's something like I understand that some of the businesses are in volatile states and stuff like that, that you can't control certain things, but him doing all that shit doesn't help at all. No. I just thought it was absolute bullshit that he did it. But then like our guys don't really like go up to bat for us, if that makes sense to you.
Well, it's not true because they implemented counter tariffs on, I think, things like milk and wood, I think, and things that we have an excess, like what is the word?
Excess?
Not an excess, but excess is a good word for it. But we have these in excess that we trade with the states, so we don't really need them, and we've sort of counter tariffed to even things out, and then given relief to companies like mine with those tariffs.
So give them relief. So why did 20 guys lose their jobs then?
Well, they lost their job, and then once I don't really like to talk too much about my work, but once
but they got called back, right?
Yeah, once once counter tariffs were implemented and that relief was handed down to other companies, that secured the job for the other people.
Perfect. Okay, so then they got called back.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is good. I mean, that's what we want. That's what we hope for. But so what do we expect now for the next debate?
I don't know. Like I said, I think that they're going to be fighting over the middle of the mid level of people, because let's face it, the never Trump Republicans are not going to support the far left ideas. So I don't think Biden is going to go far left. He's going to try to stay in the middle and win over some of those Republicans that don't like Trump. And Trump isn't going to go left either. So he's going to stay. He's going to be fighting over those people too.
He's just going to try and keep the ship straight. That's all he's going to try and do.
Yeah, this is what I got to offer. And that's what I don't like about Biden is Trump is going to say, this is what I got to offer. Take it or leave it. And Biden is going to try to take some of those people away. And I think he will be successful. I think a lot of people are sick of Trump and they don't like what he's got. With that said, what So you told me that you watched like hours and hours of CNN, and
Dude,
you have all these
but
notes about the
I had a
debate.
bunch of notes. Yeah, and I ended up. I think I lost a page.
Okay.
Fuck. No. So
Okay.
are we done with the debate? This is
No,
what I'm thinking.
I've still got a few things that I'd like to get on.
I'd like to go into the debate a bit more too, as well, and what
Okay.
we could kind of change. And I would like to talk about a few things that I think will make Trump win.
Okay. What
That
do you
I
think
don't.
would make Trump win?
So I think. Well, you go ahead with your point. I think my point will kind of piggyback onto your point. I think.
Well, I don't have a point. I mean, I have
Okay,
other things that
so-
are not related to Trump winning, but
Okay, so my thing was that we have to have a vice presidential debate.
okay.
I think that is going to help Trump. That's going to help Trump more than I think it will Biden. Because
I'm not sure I agree with that, but go on.
You don't think so? I think that Pence will take Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Ms. Harris.
I will say this. There has never in the history of the United States been a larger opportunity for a vice presidential debate to matter because both candidates are likely to die within a year.
Well, that's it, right? That's it. It's like watching. Yeah, no, it's exactly it. It's like, okay, put them to the nursing home. Let the young kids do what we got to do when they pass, and hopefully Trump doesn't do that soon.
Yeah, the guys who are likely to be running the country should be having a debate, and it ain't going to be Trump and Biden.
Exactly.
Trump might not make it to election day, and Biden definitely won't make it to the re-election day. So
no, I don't. Yeah, there's no. Okay, so there it is. So let's just say in a crazy world, and I know we're kind of going left and right and swinging around. If
I'm
Biden,
trying to keep us focused.
I know, but if Biden wins, does he run a second term?
Man, like I said,
he'll be 81. He'll be 81 going for real. Like he's like, it's already bad enough that I look at him and I think of Herbert the pervert. Like that's all I think about. Creepy Joe sniffing hair and.
Well, that's not true. That's not true though. That's one of those QAnon conspiracies that he's a pedophile or whatever. But there's no actual evidence that Biden is in any way linked to he's not convicted. There's no real evidence that he's an actual pedophile.
Oh, there's usually not evidence until they end up.
Well, you can say that about anyone then.
It's true. Well, we already think that Trump loves his daughter a little too much. I think we're all on the same boat on that one.
This person here says Trump is the best president ever. I disagree. To be honest, another point that I was going to bring up, maybe we'll get. Actually, you know what? I'll save it for once we get into the COVID stuff.
But so if they're smart, like you're obviously going to watch the debates. I think that both sides have to let their vice presidents do a lot of work on this one because the left and right both hate him. And then if you look at it, you go, well, who's going to be the succession? What's the successor to that? And then you watch, and that's who you're going to vote for. Like not before, like we weren't worried about Obama dying or Clinton or Bush. Well, maybe Bush Sr., but not Bush Jr. But like
Bush Sr., I was too young to really know if I was worried about.
Yeah, I didn't know a lot about Sr. either, but until I started going back and watching, I watched all these videos and stuff, and a lot of good documentaries out there on him. But I don't know. This is the one. You've got to go. One of these two is going to end up running the country. We just got to figure out which one we want to run the country.
There's an interesting comment. Is that true? Everyone loves him in my country. He's the idol of almost all Chinese people. Are you Chinese? Are you in China?
I don't think he's the idol. I think we're just getting trolled here, buddy.
I think we're getting trolled.
I think you're getting trolled.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with an internet troll too. Once we get everything going.
I have no problem with internet trolls. Some of them are my best friends on the internet.
No, and to be honest, some people, and I'll just kind of go on that point too. I hear some things about Trump that people love him all over the world because he sees what he's doing to the States. I just don't know. To me, like he's not doing a bad job. He's not doing a great job, but he's not doing a bad job like they're saying.
Well, there are things that I think he's doing a bad job about, but
we're in the same boat. No president's perfect. No prime minister, no premier, nothing's good like that at all.
Okay, so let's Hunter Biden. What did you think about that?
What, like I was waiting for an Epstein joke to come out there.
Yeah,
I was waiting for how did Biden go get the money from the mayor of Moscow and then end up back? Was it on Epstein's plane? Like that's what I would have did, but I don't know if
it's just
went down that far.
But to me, I watched that, and that hurts Trump more than Biden, if you ask me, because Trump, like, if Biden had a cocaine addiction, I'd say, well, maybe, whatever. Maybe some people would hold it against him. But it's like Biden's kid had a cocaine addiction. You're just low enough to bring that up. And you know what I mean? It's not going to affect the way that Biden runs the country. It's not going to affect anything. It's just a low blow.
No, but I would like to know where his son does get the money, though, because they believe they went after the whole fucking Trump family, right? So you got to look at it this way: they went after the whole Trump family. So now it's on the other foot. Now he has the right to go after everybody else.
Sure,
but they went after all that stuff. So that's what they're doing.
What did they go after?
Well, they went after his daughters, his sons. They went after everybody about where's the money, what are you guys doing, all this stuff. They went into their backgrounds, like Don Jr. and all that stuff. There's a lot of issues out there that I think are going to come up, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, because
you're sort of saying like Trump was collaborate, like sort of.
Yeah, exactly. Because and then what happens is that you can't do that with other presidents because like. I don't know the two Obama girls' names, but they were kids. Like you're going to go after a kid. Same with Bush's and the kids. They were all kids. Like these are all adults because of the age, right? Mm-hmm. So they're open season, man. Like that's what people need to understand. Is that I think that I personally think it was a low blow.
Yeah, I think it's a terribly low blow. I think it's somebody in your family had a drug addiction, and like it's not. Doesn't have anything to do with how this person's going to do their job. It's just a shitty thing to bring up, and apparently it's not happening. This person is over their addiction. So,
well, it's addiction. It's always there, anyways. But
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that's kind of it, right? Like, I mean, I don't know if I would go that low. I really, honestly, don't know.
But I don't understand. Like, it doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't. Nobody's going to be like, I'm not voting for Joe Biden because his son had an addiction. Nobody's going to say that. I don't care how conservative or how whatever. Nobody's going to hold that against him. They're just going to say, in fact, it's almost admirable. Like if anything, you might get some people that fucking support him because he stood by his son, helped him get over it, and was a good parent. If anything, it makes him look good.
I think so too. I agree with you 100%. Like if anything goes, yeah, I supported my son through addiction. Maybe you know what? You should try supporting your family as well. Are you okay?
My camera's buzzing up there.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, all right.
So I think we both are on a pretty similar page on the Hunter Biden, although Poulain is saying it's not Hunter. I thought it was Hunter. I could be, I don't know Biden's kids. Maybe it's not Hunter. I thought it was Hunter Biden, but if I got the name wrong, whatever. It's the other one then. Who knows?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, anyways, like I said, I thought it was, when I looked it up, it said Hunter Biden, but maybe it's his other.
I think Hunter Biden's the kid that got the money. For Moscow, I know that for a fact.
Oh, okay.
That it was Biden.
I thought it was the same one. I thought it was Hunter Biden got the money from Moscow and whatever.
He blew it on coke. He took the $3 million and blew it on hookers and coke.
Possibly.
That'd be a great weekend.
Let's see. Trump said he doesn't know anything about the other son. Hunter was the one who got the money that Trump was asking about. Yeah. He said he doesn't know anything about the other son, and he knows about Hunter, who is the one that got the money, and he's also the one that was kicked out of the military because he had a cocaine addiction. If I recall, look, if I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong, but that's the way I remember everything that he said. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. So Trump refusing to condemn white supremacists.
He did after. Relax, fuckface. Don't. Like, okay. Nobody's condoning violence. You need to understand that. We don't want violence. Nobody wants violence because the right are more NRA fans and gun fans and things of that nature. You do not want them to fight. You piss them off. Like the Proud Boys and the KKK and all that shit, they'll all be gone very soon, I'm sure.
I don't think they're going to be gone.
They'll slap a terrorist on them. They'll slap a terrorist organization on them. They're done.
I mean, the KKK have been around for 100 or 200 years. I don't think they're going to get rid of them anytime soon. Proud Boys they're a bit like Antifa in that you can't really label them a white supremacist group because they're not explicitly a white. They're sort of almost like a like a fucking frat boy jock.
Isn't that how it started? Isn't that one of Joe Rogan's boys that started that, or is one of his guests?
Well, it's a guy who was on. It's Gavin McInnes.
Yeah.
Gavin McInnes started it as like a brotherhood where they get together and drink beer. The way that you get initiated is you stand around, I don't know, like half a dozen guys, and they have to punch you, and you have to name like 10 cereals before, and then if you do it, you're in. With that said, there are members of it who are white supremacists. There absolutely is. So because there are members, they've been labeled as a white supremacist group, and perhaps that's valid. I don't know how, like, what you see of the Proud Boys is them going out and fighting with Antifa, interrupting Indigenous people's ceremonies in Canada, things like that. So that's what you see. It started as sort of like a frat boy thing. With that said, I want to go back and circle back to something you said. I disagree. It's not okay for Trump to just sort of say, I condone white supremacists after the debate. Because he didn't do it during the debate. He refused to do it during the debate. And Trump has done this before. There was an interview that he did. I'm not sure who it was with. I actually wanted to look that up before we started the show, but I didn't get a chance. But he did an interview where the interviewer said, you have the support of the leader of the KKK.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Will you denounce this person's support? And he said, I don't know anything about this person. I don't want to denounce them. I don't want to... No, I'm not going to denounce them. I don't know anything about him. And the interviewer said, he's the leader of the fucking KKK. What more do you need to know about him? And he said, no, whatever, no. That interview goes out, and then privately later he goes, yeah, no, I do denounce him, to sort of to put out the fire of social media saying that he didn't denounce white supremacists. This is the same thing as he goes out on this debate and he doesn't denounce white supremacists. And then later he goes, yeah, no, actually I do, in like a quiet interview, just so that people can say, no, he actually did. Bullshit. This is, you know what this is? This is dog whistle. That's what it is. It's dog whistling, where he can publicly say these things and people will say, the racists will say, I'm on that guy's side because he's on my side. And then later he'll swallow it and take it back so that people will fall for it. They'll believe him.
Yeah, no, okay, sure. Like, if that's the kind of way you're looking at it, I kind of understand.
Yeah.
But a lot of things get misconstrued, and I gotta again watch that. I might watch that again, just because I want to see that clip. I don't know how we would do if we were presidential candidates. I want to say that right now. Okay. You and I could sit here on our internet show and get 300 views a week or whatever have you. Let's call ourselves a small cable show, but on the internet.
Sure.
If you and I were in front of each other, we were running for the biggest job in the world, which I wouldn't want. I would not want that job. No, thank you. But then debating, and then this is another thing too, is where I don't think they know what Chris Wallace was saying. I think like they were both focused on what they had to say, so they all had all their talking points.
Mm-hmm.
They're both fucking older than dirt, so their minds are all messed up. Trump's looking to try and get fans to get fired up, and I'm like, you're an idiot. But I just honestly think, I bet you the question didn't even come through his mind. I'm calling it right now, because he's so that old and that senile for both of them. I don't know how they could pass any type of medical testing, but I honestly, and then they were like, you have to denounce them. And he's like, okay, I'll denounce them. I honestly don't think that he even realized the question was said.
Well, he was asked, will you denounce white supremacists? And he did. I will give him credit. He's like, sure, whatever. Yeah. But then when they said, okay, say it now, he's like, well, who? He backpedaled. He tried to step around it. He wouldn't do it. And then when they were like, denounce the Proud Boys right now. And he goes, Proud Boys, stand down and be ready. What, man? So you're basically saying, wait for me to tell you to fucking attack? What? That is not, it's like I said, it's just enough that some people will go, yeah, that counts. But the Proud Boys, they turned, what is it, stand down and be ready, or stand down and stand back? They turned that into a fucking slogan. They put it on a t-shirt. They're so fucking proud that Trump said that to them.
Well, I mean, he's got a shout out from the president, right? Okay.
I know that I said they're not all white supremacists, but they're fucking white supremacists.
No, you can't. Listen, man, you can't. You can't say that because then you're saying all priests are pedophiles.
Okay.
Okay. So you make you either make your bed or you lie in it. Adam,
I'm trying to I don't know. I understand. I appreciate that. I think, let's be honest. In this day and age, if you're a member of the Proud Boys, you're probably a white supremacist.
and if you're part of Antifa, you're a little bitch. Go put your mask on and go hide somewhere else.
I don't know about all that, but
What?
What do you mean? What?
Oh, they're such little bitches. You're an Antifa supporter. I'm gonna fucking
I'm not
punch
an
you.
Antifa supporter.
Terrorist.
I do think they're terrorists.
Terrorists.
I agree 100%. They are.
100%.
They killed a person. They killed an innocent person. Of course, I don't support that.
Of course. Good job, buddy. No, I agree with you though. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, there's a few that are in there, but I don't know, man. It's hard. You got to be able to prove it, right? Like, that's the issue. Is you got to prove it. I don't announce. Like I said, I don't hate. I don't hate the way they do. But I don't see the hate. I don't see the reason for hate. Like Americans, they hate for hate. Like they just wake up and they're like, gotta hate. I don't have time. I really honestly don't have time. Besides work, talking to you, doing everything else, I don't have time to hate as well. I got an internet troll, dude. I don't have time to hate. I don't care. But like to me, yeah, any type of supremacy group or one group that says they're better than another one that hates another group, just denounce the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think if I'm honest, I think the Proud Boys started as sort of like, to be honest, I think they're sort of male chauvinists is probably the best way to say that they started out. And as that male chauvinist sort of snowballed, they collected more and more white supremacists. And if you're joining the Proud Boys today, you're signing up for a white supremacist group, right? Like there's no two ways about that. Maybe of their older members.
There's no colored people.
Actually, yeah, there are. And that's where it gets complicated. Like I understand that it started out as something different, but now it's evolved into something, a white supremacist group.
With black people.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
All right.
I'm not, like I said, I'm a little bit.
It's America. It doesn't need to make sense.
Yeah, I'm a little bit wishy-washy on them, but
don't hate. Don't be assholes.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. It's not that hard. Vote for your fucking stupid president who's going to die anyways. You're basically pissing away a vote anyways because they're dead. They're going to die.
And that's the thing. So let's get into that. If Donald Trump is taken out of this election, let's not even say he dies, but let's just say they say, you know what, we can't count on him to be in this election. Mike Pence is now the candidate for the Republican Party. Trump, best case scenario in this sort of situation, Trump respectfully steps down, says, I will give up my nomination, give it to Mike Pence. And if he recovers 100%, he moves on to something else, and Mike Pence is now the president. Or he dies as worst case scenario. But let's just say in this situation.
You said that giggling, you little bastard.
That's right. So let's just say in this situation, Mike Pence is the Republican nominee moving forward. How does that change this election?
Who wins?
I actually tend to agree. Like I said,
who goes VP? Does he get to choose his VP? Or because no, he doesn't, because I think there's a succession line. Is the Speaker of the House?
It wouldn't be Speaker of the House because
that's us. Speaker of the House is us, right?
I think Speaker of the House is supposed to be.
Well, that's Pelosi, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's supposed
to. She's not going to be vice president.
No, yeah. It wouldn't be Speaker of the House. I think he would get to name someone, but I'm not 100% sure. There might be.
You'd have to name a female. Right there, he's done. You'd have to name a female.
I'm not sure. I think he can name whoever he wants at this point. We're a few weeks away from the election. So, but with that said, how do you think that changes the dynamic of this?
I think that Mike Pence is more coherent than Biden and Trump, so Biden will just get ran over.
Well, I don't know about that, but on issues, on the actual issues, how does that change the dynamic?
People are either going to be scared of Pence or not scared at all.
Well, that's it. Is the religious are going to support Pence over Biden.
Yep.
The never Trump Republicans are going to support Pence over Biden, and the left, who Biden has sort of neglected in order to try to win over the right, are not going to support Biden. So I think that if Pence is replacing Trump, Pence blows Biden out of the fucking water. I hate to say it. I don't want to see it. But Biden's strategy is to cater to the right. And it's almost like a jiu-jitsu move. He's pushing all his momentum to the right, and then fucking Trump steps out of the way and Biden fucking tackles him down and takes over. It's a perfect move.
Yeah, and then if you look at the other, so if Trump dies, Biden has to step down, and he has to let Biden
have to step down
for Kamala. I'll figure out how to say her name. But she's the one who's going to win. That's the only way she's going to beat. That's the only way the right or the left's going to win. Is if
so you're
Trump
saying
dies, both of them have to die. That's horrible.
So you're
I don't
saying
want them to die, but like if Trump steps down, you got to put your best foot forward. Like it's.
So you're saying that that's an interesting thought that I didn't really have. You're saying that if Trump is taken out of commission one way or the other, that the Democrats will lose so badly that Biden has to step down and let Kamala take over.
Yeah, no, and it
that's a good point. And then
it'd be a landslide for the left.
Yeah,
any woman on the fence that wants to talk about all this stuff, that's what they do.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I think it could be you guys do this, we'll top you with that, we'll top you with this, boom. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, right?
So what do you think about the conspiracy theories that Trump is faking COVID?
Absolutely 100% would agree with that.
You agree that you think he's actually faking it?
I would. I could see it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You could see it though, right?
Yeah.
Like, you could honestly go, okay, he got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, well, I've been fighting COVID for a while, I guess they said. And I'm like, dude, you're a moron. No, and I honestly go, you want some sympathy? All right, let's get some COVID. Well, he did a picture today. He left the hospital for a minute or two.
I saw that.
And I guess he had his mask on, giving the old thumbs up.
Yeah. Which he's got two Secret Service people driving around in the same fucking car. Are you kidding me?
Dude, he's the president of fucking United States.
That's
part of your job. Part of that job is you protect that fucking president.
And you
get COVID. If you don't imagine that you got shot protecting Trump. That would probably go over fun, but yeah, no. It was the first time he posted something positive.
Yeah, that's.
Wow.
I actually said that to a couple of people. Is Trump Poulin? I'll give him credit for this one. Right here, 1 second. When Donald Trump announced that he has COVID, it's the first time he posted something positive on Twitter. Boom!
One of my buddies sends me a tweet here, or sends me a message on what he says. He says, watch him go to the moon upon this tweet. It's like Chinese flu was, this is Trump. Because he's going to beat COVID. He's going to say Chinese flu was weak, just like their economy. Can't take out this guy with a little flu. Sorry, Dems. Better luck next time.
So I will say, I did actually see his interview, his little statement. It's more of a little short statement that he did actually after he did his little drive-by wave, whatever. And I got to compare it to the video that he posted on Twitter, because when he posted a video on Twitter, I got to be honest, he was kind of like a very ill man trying to hold it all together is what I saw. He looked like, everyone, I will be okay. I have the COVID and they're saying I'm doing fine and I have moderate symptoms. And Melina is doing quite well. And he didn't look well. He looked like he was trying to put on a good face. The one that he posted today was a lot longer. He looked like he was doing better, but still kind of in the same light. Like he still looked like he might have been trying to put on a good face. And I don't know how many takes they did. Maybe they did, 30 takes until they had one where he looked respectable on it. Who knows? But what I found disappointing is that he held back on saying, like, now I know how serious this virus is. He says, I'm learning lots about this virus firsthand, and I will say that it is something, and I will be able to tell you all about. He doesn't say, I will tell you that it's very serious. He just says, I will be able to tell you firsthand and he doesn't say that it's not as bad as it actually, because he, for all we know, he's gonna fucking die of it. He can't say it's not that bad and then fucking die of it, right? Like he wants to say it's not that fucking bad, but he can't, and he's sort of it. I know firsthand what this virus is all about, and I will teach you all that it is a virus that I know a lot about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's trying to say nothing.
He's trying to figure out. He's trying to figure out. Yeah, for sure. What's happening? We don't know, right? Like, who knows? He could wake up tomorrow or not wake up at all, and I think that would be it. So we're done with the debate. I guess we're going into Trump with COVID now.
Yeah, well, I think we've
kind
covered.
of in there.
Do you have anything else on the debate?
Nothing at all, sir. I have nothing else, as I would say. All I'm going to say is they were not master debaters. We'll leave it at that. Let's go into the Trump with COVID.
Yeah.
That I was kind of sitting on the couch when I seen the tweet come out from the president, and I looked and it was like Trump image. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, he's got a fake news. There's no way. When you see like a Trump tweet, it could be a meme, and you have to physically go look at it, because some of the stuff, it's like, oh, Rocket Man over in North Korea, da 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 da. You're like, he didn't call him Rocket Man. You go back, you're like, holy shit, he called him Rocket Man. Yeah. So you have no idea what he says. It could be a meme. You go like, oh, that's too outrageous. Space Force. I'm like, come on, CNN. Really? You go look, you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Space Force. He got COVID. So I stayed up and I watched it for hours, CNN for hours. Don Lemon. He was such a nice guy, and I could see as my notes are going down, it was a really nice guy, and then turned into a dick.
So why do you say he's a nice guy and turned into a dick?
Don Lemon was like, we wish, the president's tested positive. We don't know much right now. He's being monitored. And then he's like, he was nice. He was like, we hope the president the best. We don't want our president, because he is leader of the free world, to get worried, or because he's leader of the free world, we don't want him to die, because that will show like weakness, and we'll be in more chaos than we already are. Which I was like, yeah, okay. But then in the back of my head, because it's CNN and I'm watching CNN, is that he's just doing it for ratings. Like Don Lemon, they need Trump for ratings.
Oh, yeah.
What are they going to do?
Guaranteed.
What's going to happen when Trump goes?
What's going to happen? Well, like I actually texted you this in private. You can tell that they think that Biden's going to win the election, because there are plenty of people that are already starting to criticize Joe Biden, because they want to have something to criticize him about once he gets in. And because that's going to be like, they've created an entire economy around Trump. And, anytime someone is president, of course, you're going to have to talk about them as president. But Donald Trump's a whole other level, man.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous, man. And then he talked about Boris Johnson having it, who's another leader. He was in the ICU. And then what you said, what you were just talking about, I just want to get onto.
Sure.
Don Lemon called, which I thought was disrespectful, Mike Pence, former Vice President Pence.
Why do you call him former president? That's not accurate.
He called it to him, yeah. He said, so former President Mike Pence, and he's like, my apologies, not yet anyways. And I'm like, I was like, hey, little boy, you better watch what you pray for. Because he was like, because what he said and like made a joke of it was like tested negative for COVID, which is a good thing, right? Because Pence, and Pence is a little older as well. What were you laughing at that you did one of these there?
I'll talk about it later, but go on.
Anyways, so to me, it was like they were nice about it, like, and they should caring people about it on Trump having COVID. Now, as for some of my friends in this world with Trump and COVID, have said some really rude things and wished him death.
Yeah, like me. You mean like me? You mean me?
I will not. I'll denounce the hate there, as you guys will not denounce hate. I will be the level-headed one and denounce hate towards it. Hey, I don't want Sleepy Joe to go to sleep permanently. I need somebody to call Sleepy Joe. Like, we need to have stuff to debate. We need these guys alive and well so we can have stuff to talk about.
Listen, I don't actually want anyone to die. But
that's not what you put on the internet.
It would be pretty fucking awesome if he died of COVID. Let me ask you this. Whether he dies or not, in the eyes of history, will Trump go down in history as the stupidest president of all time? Because he goes on talking about this virus isn't that big of a deal. You don't have to wear masks. It's not a big deal. Masks are not that important. Plays it down, admits to playing it down, and then catches this deadly virus at the end of his term.
Dumbest president in my eyes. Is it Johnson? Who's the asshole that dropped the bombs right after FDR died? That's the dumbest president in my eyes.
Why do you say that?
In the world. Oh, you'll have to. If you want to get into histories of presidents, we'll do that later when I have a bit more ammo. You just drop two nuclear bombs instead of finding a way to do it. I know it's a different time and stuff, but yeah, no. Is he dumb or is he an absolute genius?
I can't see how you could possibly call him a genius in any way, shape, or form. I would say he's dumb.
How in the fuck did he? Okay, let's talk about how he got into office. How did he beat a former first lady who is doing all kinds of stuff for feminism and believes in everything that they all want now? He still finds a way to win. Now, he won by the Electoral College. I understand that, and I understand how it works. That's the name of the game. You want to go for the popular vote, go get the popular vote, but you're not going to be president.
I will tell you how he won. The left was busy fighting themselves. That's how. They were split. They were split between Clinton and
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders, of course.
Sanders.
Yeah, and of course, it came out during the primaries that Debbie Weiserman Schultz rigged the primaries in Hillary Clinton's favor. I think a lot of Democrats were like, well, I'm not going to fucking vote for her now. And couple that with the fact that nobody thought Trump was actually going to win. Hillary's going to win. She doesn't need my vote. I don't want to fucking vote for her after what the fuck she did. And fucking Trump steamrolled her because of that.
Dude, I remember that night when we were watching the elections and I'd called Evan and I was like, I think he's going to win. Evan's like, how drunk are you? I'm like, once he won Florida, I'm like, it's over.
Yeah. To be honest, I was watching it play out live and I'm like, he's winning. Like he's fucking, there are states in whatever, not states, but whatever they are, like ridings is what I'm saying, is that he's winning and he's winning them. Like he's actually, I can't believe it.
He's not winning. He crushed her.
And there's that story of South Park is they wrote an entire episode to air the next day of Hillary Clinton winning because they were sure, like, it's not even a question. And then as they're watching it, they're like, what are we going to do? Like, we got to rewrite do we just stop the show? Like, go black?
Full send.
Apparently, they rewrote an episode in a couple hours, animated it, and fucking shipped it out, which is just crazy. Yeah.
Think about that, eh? I would like to do that. I would like to. Is that video available to watch? That episode?
Oh, yeah, it's out there. If you've ever seen, they're notorious for being topical because if you've ever seen the documentary 6 Days to Air, they write a new episode every week. They get it done. Sometimes they'll even Monday, I think they air on Wednesdays or something, or Thursdays or whatever. I haven't really watched it live in a long time, but they are notorious for writing episodes last minute. They always have something like, how did they work that in? I remember watching it as a kid, like, wow, I thought it took like a year to make a cartoon. Well, this is like something that happened Monday is in this episode.
What's fucking awesome?
And this is like hours before the election changed. They didn't even have, you would think that they would have, okay, this is plan A, this is plan B. They're just like, Hillary's going to win. It's not even a question. Make the episode. And then it's like, she didn't win. What do we do?
Oh, shit. How many people, there's probably kids in Africa that say President Clinton on their shirts.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, man, I don't know. I think that you have to be very careful when you're preaching hate towards somebody, because that could backfire real goddamn quick on you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Trump. He preached a lot of hate, and now he's got it.
Yeah. No, he fluffed it off, right?
Yeah. He played it down. Millions of people died. Well, I don't think it was millions in America. It's 200,000, I think. But hundreds of thousands of people died because he played it down and said it's not a big deal, and now he's got it. And
well, if one person dies, I think and you downplay it, it's a big deal, right? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So I think that's it there, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's funny now. All these right wingers are going, "How could you be so mean? How could you?" Yeah.
I'm not mean, dude. I told you that I'm not mean. I don't hate him. I just think that if you're going to break a window at a Starbucks on an inauguration day, you're a moron. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Starbucks has to do with it, I guess.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I can just
break
remember
a Chick-fil-A window.
Ooh, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but they're homophobic.
Chick-fil-A is?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I've never had a Chick-fil-A. I've never seen
no,
a Chick-fil-A.
I don't even know if they're in Canada, but they're.
Oh, okay.
They might be. I don't know. I live in Northern Ontario. We fucking got our first Taco Bell this week, so I don't know.
Oh, fucking gross. I drive by Taco Bell every day. I never stop.
Yeah.
I can't see Taco Bell. I fucking hate Taco Bell.
I've had Taco Bell because I've lived in other cities and I've gone down south. The way that I describe Taco Bell is it's almost like a Lunchable. Like the meat isn't really real meat and the cheese is like plastic and it's, like it's
gun beef. Gun beef. It comes out of a caulking gun. The beef comes out of a caulking gun. Think about that for a second.
Is that true? I don't know that. But I do know that there was a story a few years back that said it was mostly silicone, which is fucking wow. Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of protein in these gym mats.
Yeah. All right, man. So do we got anything else to talk about?
I do. Let's end the political stuff. Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. That's right. I posted this story in the group chat.
Just drop a bomb on New York City. We're done. We're done. Okay, I made a joke, and then somebody got real mad. I know it wasn't Gozer. I know Gozer didn't hit Rick Moranis. I was just trying to make a joke out of it, and somebody ripped me a new one. Like, really? somebody jumped Rick Moranis. I'm like, anybody know where Gozer is? Question mark. Apparently,
it's got mad at that.
People get mad.
Why would somebody get mad at that? That's fucking weird.
I thought it was funny. I think they laughed. They laughed a little bit. They were like, "Oh, he's such an asshole." But I mean, it's been happening to me all my life, so I really don't care. I don't care about it.
On a related note, or an unrelated note, there was a debate going on in the group this morning. I don't know if you saw it. It was a little bit about abortion, and I went back to check, and it said 60 comments, and I click on it, and all the comments have disappeared. I just want to ask, did you clean that up? Because I didn't clean that up either.
Guys, I will never clean up anything, any type of your posts. I really honestly won't.
Yeah, I didn't clean it up. I've cleaned up a few spam posts. There's been a couple people spamming Bitcoin.
Yeah,
that's about.
Yeah,
I saw this debate and I was like, "Oh, this is looking to get a little bit out of hand." But like, I encourage that. I don't really want to have a whole lot of rules in that group. As long as you're respectful.
Like, if you want to have a debate about abortions, by all means, my friend, you go right ahead.
Yeah, and it was getting pretty intense, and I don't know if somebody reported it or something, but I didn't delete that thread, and I guess you didn't either. So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't want to delete anything because I think that's when we start like saying what you can say and what you can't say, then we're like the same assholes we hate. No, like unless you're like, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna shoot you with a fucking gun. But if you're just having a debate and I could just hear some of you guys snapping your little iPhone screens and breaking them in half or whatever have you, if you're having a debate, I'm okay with it. I just don't want violence or I'm going to kill you.
So I will say that it did start out a little bit intense. Somebody started by saying that everyone that supports abortion goes to hell. And things escalated from there and got, like I said, there were 60 or 70 posts and then it just sort of, I was like, oh, that's pretty intense, but like I'm gonna see how this plays out. I'll stay out of it.
Talk it out, kids.
What's that?
Talk it out, kids. That's it.
Yeah, and I stayed out of it. I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. I'm gonna let this police itself, and then I'm on night, so I'm going to work at midnight tonight. So I kind of fell asleep and woke up and how'd that play out? And it's like 60 comments. You can't read any of them, and it doesn't show any of them.
The original poster pulled it down. Then I don't know who it is. I'm not going to call them out, guys. That's it. Like it's a fun. As much as it's a fun group, like we try and have a lot of fun. I just don't know on what.
Yeah.
Just like let's debate, but let's also be respectful.
Yeah, I like to. Hey, man, it's cool to cool to have differing opinions, but let's not personally attack each other, you know?
Yeah, exactly. As I've seen some people personally attack before. Rick Moranis, though, here's the problem. Here's a problem, and I have a question. Maybe you can answer it.
Sure.
He got jumped outside, did he not?
Yeah, he was sort of if you've seen the video, he's just sort of walking, and somebody just punched him and then fucked off.
But you can't see him because he's got a mask on.
You can't see Rick Moranis or the person.
The person.
I'm not sure. I didn't notice that they had a mask.
Did they have a mask or not? Because then what I'm saying is like, and who the fuck, Rick Moranis?
Yeah.
Out of all the fucking people in the world you could punch,
yeah,
Rick motherfucking, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah. To be honest, it was hard to tell that it was Rick Moranis getting punched, but the person sort of walked towards the camera after they did it, and I don't recall them having a mask. They might have had one, but my memory was that they didn't have a mask.
Oh, they didn't have a mask. Okay, I'm sorry.
I could be wrong. It was outside, so they're not required to have a mask.
I was going to say they should ban them from being outside. They should ban masks from being worn outside then.
Okay.
If that's the case. So if somebody has a mask on. Well, I understand New York City, it's busy, and you always kind of want to maybe have a mask on for your own protection. Mm-hmm. But if we're going to have violence, I mean, they want to ban guns because one person got killed. Let's ban masks because one person got injured or killed.
I don't think anybody wants. Well, there probably are people that want to ban guns. I think that reasonable restrictions on guns is a good idea.
I'm with you.
Banning guns.
No, banning guns is horrible. But I believe in certain restrictions. But I also believe in, if used incorrectly, I believe in heavier fines and jail times.
Like, for instance, if someone is a suspected terrorist.
Oh, like you. We're not even fucking. Don't
How
even.
This? Should members of Antifa be able to have guns since they're part of a terrorist organization?
Nope.
But you said before that suspected terrorists should still have guns.
Yes, you've never been charged. You still can.
Well, because it's part of charged, but they're a member of Antifa. Shouldn't they get guns?
What you're not making sense today because you said the Proud Boys are white supremacists with black people in them.
We're not talking about the Proud Boys. We're talking about Antifa.
No, I'm not. No, they shouldn't. They're suspected. They haven't been.
They're not convicted. I don't know what you know.
There isn't a proven guilty. Is that not how America works?
But you're saying that the Antifa are suspected terrorists.
But then you just said that there might be one terrorist in the group. They're not all terrorists.
Sure.
So there you go.
So that Antifa should get guns then. They should have their guns. No. All I'm asking you to do is be consistent, my friend. A little consistency will go a long way.
Let me just say this. So if you were part of the original Antifa group and they've never really been too peaceful, but like you've gone to protests, like you're just like, yeah, I'll support them. Like I kind of believe what they're doing. Like they're against fascism as they promote fascism, which I'm not too sure how the hell that works, but moving right along. Like, does that make you automatically a terrorist, Adam? Like if you went to one Antifa, you're like, fuck it, I'm done. But like, are you a terrorist now because you went to one of them?
You went to one, what, like a rally?
You went to a rally. You were like, hey, I'll go check it out. Like at the beginning, then all of a sudden they can become a terrorist. Are you now considered a terrorist?
This is all very complicated stuff.
You're fucking suing me. If you are a terrorist, if you're on a terrorist watch list.
Okay.
Nope, not a chance.
If you're on a terrorist watch list, go on. What are you going to say, Jean-Marc? You're on a terrorist watch list. How does that apply to guns?
You should still be able to have one because you're all just on
Antifa has every right to have guns, even the ones who are suspected terrorists.
Gun, yes, sir.
Okay. I disagree, but we'll move on.
Please do. I always sued myself. No. All right. Here's the thing. Is Rick Moranis? I must just stick with this Rick Moranis stuff. Is he not a short guy? Am I not thinking Rick Moranis? Yeah, he's very short. Like he's, that guy's got to be the least scariest person next to you in the world.
Next to me, fuck you.
What are you gonna do?
You out of town, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's it. And your fucking beard your mustache still can't connect. So shut your mouth.
What does that mean?
It means that you can't grow a beard.
I'll tell you what can connect.
Yeah, anyway, that's it.
For Rick Moranis.
Why? What the fuck was that about? Like what? Like honestly, like what?
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm mad about. Rick Moranis retired from Hollywood because his wife passed away tragically, right?
Yes.
Raised his children. Everyone in the world has been begging him to come back to Hollywood, and he finally agreed to do it. And some motherfucker punches him in the head in a random act of violence? Come on! Nobody wants that. Nobody benefits from Rick Moranis getting beat up. It just damages the world.
Oh, dude, that's it. No, I didn't even see. Was the guy white, black, brown, Asian? I don't know who. What
his ethnicity shouldn't matter, but
it should matter. What's his ethnicity?
He was African American, but
that's a hate crime, my friend. No, that is a hate crime. And if he's doing it in New York City and just punching out random white people, that, my friend, can no longer. We can't stand for that.
I want to be on your side on this, but it's not. It's not the route that I want to take, my friend.
Just do me a favor, though. If you're going to punch Rick Moranis or random punching, take his fucking wallet so we can say it was a robbery. Be like, hey, I wanted his wallet. You're like, he probably got some cash. Like, don't randomly sucker Rick Moranis. Out of all the fucking people, Moranis. You could sucker punch Britney Spears and be like, all right, you don't like her music. You know what I mean? You could. Oh, yeah. Who's more loved, Rick Moranis or Betty White?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one.
I was just thinking about those. I don't know why I was thinking Betty White, but just think about that.
All I can say is there's no good. Like you said, at least take his fucking wallet. At least that I can understand. This is just wrong.
Absolutely, dude. Like I can't believe it. I can't believe that. I'm like, what the fuck? I want Rick Moranis' height. He's got to be like 5'6", 5'8",
5'1" or 5'2", if I had to guess, but I don't really know. Is he 5'2"? Yeah.
I don't know. I said that's what you're going with.
I'm saying 5'2", under 5'4" is my guess.
Rick Moranis' height.
Is it going to pop up right now?
Moranis is 1.68 meters tall.
Oh, come on! We don't want the Canadian height. We want real measurements. Nobody has converted to the metric system on height yet. Come on!
No.
All right, I'm going to Google it.
Meters in feet. 5'6". He's 5'6".
5'6". Wow, taller than I thought. He's a taller man than I had suspected.
But he's about the right height we expected. So he's 5'6". It's not like he's like looks like Vin Diesel or something, and he's like this big guy. Pick on the smallest guy in Hollywood, like the most beloved person you could ever talk to.
Yeah,
that's who you punch.
Has he ever made a bad movie? I don't think I've ever seen a bad Rick Moranis movie.
Maybe Honey, I Blew Up the Kid?
I Blew Up the Baby. I love that movie. Come on. It's a giant baby walking around. It's like the 50-foot woman, only this is a baby that doesn't have the understanding of what they're doing. So it's like a random Godzilla. You can't blow up the baby. You can't shoot. You can shoot Godzilla, so you can't like pacify by attacking a baby. You have to sort of handle it gently while it destroys and kills people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine being the pilot that's got to shoot the baby?
No, you can't. You can't handle it like that.
It's not on Disney anymore, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Jesus, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have to go back and watch that movie because I haven't seen that in forever.
I saw it as a kid. I haven't seen it since I was like 8, but well, I don't know.
So we can all
came out when I was 8, but I
can all agree. Don't punch fucking Rick Moranis or Betty White.
Don't punch Rick Moranis or Betty White.
There's so many other people you could punch. What are the chances? What are the chances he gets randomly suckered though? Like that's another thing too.
Don't punch Rick Moranis. Punch COVID-infected Donald Trump.
I don't know. I don't know if you are a fan of Borat. The trailer for Borat 2 dropped, and it'll be
really.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know they were making that.
It's already done. It'll be on. It'll be on Amazon Prime at the end of the month.
That's crazy.
You're a Borat fan, right?
I don't think I ever got around to seeing it, but I know I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
The outrage that is going to come from this fucking movie, I cannot wait for.
Why is that?
Oh, dude, he's doing shit that I'm like, oh, the right is going to lose their mind. The rights are going to be canceling Amazon Prime. This will happen the day after.
Why is that?
He fucks with Donald Trump. He fucked with Mike Pence. I believe he went to a some type of a Catholic birthing center, I guess, and asked if he could. He brings his daughter to America. That's why he comes. He brings his daughter to America, and then
like I said, I haven't seen Borat, but my understanding of it is he's basically got a script, but a lot of it is improv too. He's it's sort of like a Tom Greenish kind of thing. He goes out and interacts with the public well in character, and also progresses a scripted storyline while improving with.
Correct.
Okay, that's a pretty cool idea. I always meant to watch it, but it actually came out.
If you watch Borat, the first one, now,
and
you've never watched it before, do me a solid. Watch it this week.
Okay. It came out while I was in Calgary, and I was sort of a broke-ass kid. I never got around to seeing it, but it sort of fell out of – it was on the back burner. I never got around to it. I'll check it out.
Actually, if you could watch Borat for next Sunday,
okay,
I'll watch Borat again to refresh my memory. I would like to see on your opinion on it now. Okay. So you've never seen Borat. Borat, I think, is 10 years old, if not older.
Probably about 12.
12 years old. So you watch, and there was the only thing that happened that I can tell you that happened at the end of it. That movie is the reason Pam Anderson and Kid Rock broke up.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. Oh no, wait.
No, that's the only reason, because of a stunt that Pam did in there and didn't tell Chris Rock, and they wanted to kill
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. They wanted to kill Sacha Baron Cohen, or whatever his name is.
Did she?
No. No, dude.
Kid Rock's like, I ain't gonna let. Anyway.
Anyways, no. So I'm only gonna watch it and just see what your things are. I'm surprised it hasn't been canceled and pulled out of rotations for a lot of other things. But if you can find it, watch it. Tell me what you think about it.
Sure.
Adam, do you have anything left?
No, man. I really just want to cover the debate. Rick Moranis and COVID. Trump getting COVID. I think we hit all the points that we got this week. That has sort of been the news for this week. So I think we hit it all. What about you? Anything else?
Nothing else, my friend. That is it for me. That is it for me.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. That was just our opinion, by the way. As well, join the group, look us on Facebook, do all that fun stuff. And we're there. Oh, happy belated birthday, my friend. I get to see you in public. October 1st was your birthday. 38?
38, yeah. Wow. Yeah, October 1st was my birthday. Like I said on Facebook, my present was that my work is ramping up, going 24/7, and Donald Trump got COVID, although that might have been a little bit later. It would have been like midnight the next day. But
you fucking had a good fucking birthday.
Greatest fucking birthday ever.
We've had some good ones.
That's true. Yeah, we've definitely had a few good ones.
We've had a few good ones, man.
It's really cool. Now, if we're going to talk about my birthday, I will say one thing that's really cool is I love Halloween, and October 1st is pretty much when the season of Halloween starts. So that's always been something that I've gotten as a little bit of an extra bonus on my birthday. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so happy belated birthday, my friend. It's good. You're going back 24/7. I thought you already were 24/7.
Yeah, but I'm going to be doing 12-hour shifts, so that might affect this show a little bit, but we'll talk about that later.
All right, man. That's good enough for me.
Cool.
Let's figure that out. Just want to say happy birthday, man, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Find us on Facebook. No offense with an underscore in the middle, Canadian spelling with a C. Thanks for watching, and have a good